Hello, and welcome back to Road Trivia, the once-a-day road trip trivia quiz. Today's episode, number 769. The category is the mob. This is a 21-question trivia quiz. All of the questions are about the mob and the mafia. Most of them are about real-life gangsters. Some of them are about movies that have been made about gangsters. Either way, all of them have to do with the mob and the mafia, so good luck on today's quiz. Question number 1. A film adaptation of the 1985 non-fiction book Wise Guy. What 1990 movie starring Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, and Ray Liotta narrates the rise and fall of a mob associate, Henry Hill, and his friends and family from 1955 to 1980? Ray Liotta plays Henry Hill in Goodfellas. Question number 2. A major driving force behind the development of the Las Vegas Strip. What was the nickname of Benjamin Siegel, who switched to gambling from bootlegging after the 21st Amendment was passed in 1933? Benjamin Siegel was better known as Bugsy Siegel. Question number 3. Joseph Dominic Pistone was a former American FBI agent who worked undercover between 1976 and 1981 primarily into the Bonanno crime family, immortalized in a 1997 Al Pacino movie. By what name did Pistone go by while undercover? His name was Donnie Brasco. Question number 4. Running their gang, known as the Firm, what was the last name of the twin brothers Ronald and Reginald, who were the foremost perpetrators of organized crime in the East End of London, England, from the late 1950s to 1967? Ronnie and Reggie Kray. Kray is the last name. Question number 5. Premiering on HBO in January of 1999, what was the name of the super popular 6-season crime drama television series that followed a New Jersey-based Italian-American mobster played by James Gandolfini? The answer is The Sopranos. Question 6. Although it was revealed later that the trials had been tainted by jury tampering, juror misconduct, and witness intimidation, after 3 high-profile trials in the 1980s all resulted in his acquittal, what American gangster was given the infamous nickname, the Teflon Don? The Teflon Don was John Gotti. Question number 7. 8 members of the Chicago White Sox were accused of throwing the 1919 World Series against the Cincinnati Reds in exchange for money from a gambling syndicate led by what brainy racketeer and crime boss? His name was Arnold the Brain Rothstein. Question number 8. Varying rumors about the mob surround his disappearance, but we'll probably never know what really happened to what American labor union leader who served as the president of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters from 1957 till 1971. That union guy who disappeared was Jimmy Hoffa. Question number 9. In the 2006 Martin Scorsese crime film The Departed, Jack Nicholson's character Frank Costello was loosely based on what real-life Irish-American gangster who was the crime boss of the Boston Winter Hill Gang? The real-life gangster was Whitey Bulger. Question number 10. The stereotypical mobster, what was the nickname of the American gangster and businessman Al Capone, who attained notoriety during the Prohibition era as the co-founder and boss of the Chicago outfit? The answer is Scarface. Question 11, also about Al Capone. After a lifetime of crime, all the government could legally get to stick to him was tax evasion, and after serving a short stint in Atlanta Penitentiary, he was sent to what recently opened California prison in 1934 to finish his sentence? Al Capone was sent to Alcatraz. Question number 12. Organized crime was traditionally a male domain, but in Britain, from the 1890s to the 1960s, a gang of women was specializing in organized shoplifting. What was the name given to the syndicate by law enforcement? They were from the Elephant and Castle area of London. They were called the 40 Elephants. Question 13. Based on the 2004 nonfiction book I Heard You Paint Houses by Charles Brandt, what 3-hour-long 2019 American epic crime film was directed and produced by Martin Scorsese and starred Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and Joe Pesci? That Netflix epic was called The Irishman. Question number 14. The syndicate's enforcement arm, Murder Incorporated, also known as the Brownsville Boys, was a group of Jewish and Italian contract killers that operated out of the back room of what kind of a store owned by mobster Louis Capone in Brooklyn? Louis Capone owned a candy store. Question number 15. Known for their strict codes of conduct, what is the most common name for members of the transnational organized crime syndicates originating in Japan, whose roots originated in the 17th century? Japanese mafia members are known as Yakuza. Question 16. Umberto Albert Anastasia was an Italian-American mobster, hitman, and one of the founders of the modern American Mafia, and a co-founder and later boss of the Murder Inc. organization, who eventually rose to the position of boss in what modern crime family? The answer is the Gambino crime family. Question number 17. After fraternal twin brothers Connor and Murphy McManus killed 2 Russian mafia members in self-defense, They go on a mission from God to clean the streets of Boston of all types of crime and evil in what 1999 American vigilante action thriller film? That movie is called Boondock Saints. Question 18. He always said he would prefer a Colombian grave to an American prison. In December of 1993, what real-life crime boss got his wish when he was shot and killed by the Colombian search block on a rooftop in Medellin? That Colombian crime boss was Pablo Escobar. Question number 19. Based on Mario Puzo's best-selling 1969 novel, Francis Ford Coppola's 1972 epic crime film The Godfather stars Marlon Brando as the crime boss and patriarch of the mafia family in the movie. What is the name of Marlon Brando's character? Marlon Brando plays Vito Corleone. And question 20. What was the nickname of Salvatore Lucania, who was born in Sicily in 1897, got heavily involved in bootlegging during the 1920s Prohibition, and would eventually take over the entire Genovese crime family? Born Salvatore Lucania, he goes by Lucky Luciano. Alright, that is it for today. Thank you for watching today's episode of Road Trivia. Check back tomorrow for Brainy Tuesday. That's the 21 question trivia quiz, random categories, but a much more difficult level of questions. So harder than the random pub quizzes. Brainy Tuesday tomorrow. Then we've got another Who Am I coming up on Wednesday. I think that's all the news I have to report. So we'll just jump straight into question 21, the tiebreaker for today's trivia. What was the title of the 2007 Ridley Scott film where Denzel Washington played the real-life drug trafficker Frank Lucas, who practically put the Corsican Mafia out of business with his blue magic heroin? The name of that movie, where Denzel Washington played Frank Lucas and Russell Crowe played the cop who busted him and then the lawyer who represented him in court, the name of that movie was American Gangster. And a good movie it was. Thank you guys for watching. Check back tomorrow for another new trivia quiz, and have a good night.